When you talk about the northern part of Nigeria, you talk about Fulani herdsmen, bandits, Hausa Fulanis, ISWAP, Boko Haram, terrorists. And there is one tourist attraction that you find common in the northern part of Nigeria, and they've exported this also to the south of Nigeria, and that is beggars, destitutes, if you might want to call them. Some do not have eyes, some are disabled, some they've given them what they call short sleeve, some they've given them long sleeve. This is basically a punishment according to the Sharia law, or is it disease? I wouldn't know. Stop giving beggars money. Commissioner of Lagos beg Lagosians. As you know, we have a lot of beggars littered all over the southern part of Nigeria. Lagos State Commissioner for Tourism, Art and Culture, Mrs. Uzamat Akimbule Yusuf, yesterday called on residents to stop giving monies to beggars, saying that begging industry could be discouraged if everyone cooperated with the state government stance on the practice. As you know, Lagos State is trying to put itself as one of the best cities. First, they've kicked off Okada riders and Marwa riders or Keke Napep. They've kicked that off, and they've tried to bring in a kind of a mini bus, if we might call that. And that's what they are introducing at the moment. Of course, this is generating a lot of controversies here and there about what the state government is actually doing. Now, we all know that Hausa Fulanis, they find a way of coming into the state and they hide under we are driving Okada. Of course, there might be some amongst them that are truly driving the Okada for make ends meet, while some of them are just using this as an opportunity to infiltrate into the system. Beggars also have, like how you call pimps, how pimps have women that they kind of make use of, and they trade these women for money. The beggars also have some groups of cabals that run the show from behind the scene. These cabals, they bring in these beggars from the northern part of Nigeria. They bring them down to the south or cities or locations where they know they are going to get a lot of money, and they put them out to beg and collect the money. They provide them some shanty locations, some houses somewhere where these beggars and destitutes sleep. So if the federal government has not decided to provide or seek for solutions for the Amajuris in the northern part of Nigeria, or look into the issues of destitute, which is more prevalent with the northerners in Nigeria, if they are not going to look into all of these issues, but will rather find a way to export Boko Haram terrorists to foreign schools, or grant them some kind of amnesty and share Nigeria money to them, whatever it is that they are proposing or planning to do, these are issues that they need to look into, which are very, very important in my own personal perspective. These northerners have so much destitute, they have beggars littered everywhere, and the government is not doing anything about this. And apart from this, they said the richest man in Africa is from the northern part of Nigeria, and that's Dangote. I don't know what Dangote has done behind the scene. I don't know who Dangote has helped. I don't know how he has sorted problems here and there. I wouldn't know. But what I'm very certain of is that Dangote pretended that he never knew how the health sector was so much in a decay in Nigeria. Rather, someone from the United States of America, Bill Gates, had to come to Nigeria to show him, open up his eyes to see the decay in the system. I see this as hypocrisy. So why did I bring in this? I brought this in because majority of the problems, apart from some other economic issues that we have in Nigeria and criminal politicians from the north and the south, one of the major issues we have right now in Nigeria is security. And many of these challenges are coming from the north. The northeastern part of Nigeria, the north of Nigeria, is filled with satanic, demonic groups of people that call themselves ISWAP, Boko Haram, terrorists. These people are also infiltrating the system from every nook and cranny, coming in with Fulani bandits, coming in with Hausa Fulani. Some say, oh, Hausas are indigenous, Fulanis are the criminal. But whatever it is, they all come in en masse into the southern part of Nigeria, creating issues. That is why Amotekun was created in the southwestern part of Nigeria. And the southeastern part of Nigeria also created theirs too. And the Hausas came up with Shege Kasa or something like that, in the hope that they will use that to combat Amotekun, not to secure themselves. Shege Kafasa or something like that. They came up with that. And in the southeastern part of Nigeria, they came up with another group also, in the hope that they will find a way to solve this problem that is ongoing in the state, in Nigeria, and that is the issue of insecurity in the nation. So as regards the groups of beggars that we have all littered everywhere, the commissioner appealed to residents to cooperate with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on the restriction of motorcycles or Okada, like I said before. He said the restriction was to ensure safety, security, and sanity in the state, adding that all known challenges will soon be addressed by the government. Speaking at the maiden edition of the community engagement for stakeholders in Alimosho constituency, Akimbule urged residents to be law-abiding at all times and stop the practice of giving beggars money, that the begging industry that has been created by the Northerners should be discouraged if everyone cooperates with the governor, cooperates and stop giving them. Once there is no money being given out to these people, then they will realize that there's nothing else they can do. They will have to pack their bags and off. It's just a pity that some of these people find themselves in that part of the nation, in the northern part of Nigeria, where their condition is just so pathetic. He said, begging is not a profession, and I personally frown at begging. It is always very sad that when some people do wrong things, people support them instead of condemning them. When people have physical challenges, begging is not the next option. We have lawyers and doctors that are physically challenged, but then it depends on what level, what kind of physical challenges you have. As a nation provided for such people that are disabled, is the bus stations and all of those, structured in a way for the disabled. These are issues that we need to look for. So from the root, from the foundation, things have not been in the right direction, right perspective. They never for one day looked into all of this. So these are issues that are being raised in Lagos State, and these are things that they need to look into. No more begging in Lagos State. By the end of the day, these people will have to be forced to go back to where they are from. They become more of a destitute. Their situation become more pathetic. Now, saying that these people, disabled people, can be doctors and all of that, that's possible. But what about people in the northern part of Nigeria where education is a taboo? Just few of them go to school. Their physical disabilities did not turn them into beggars. That's what she is saying, that some of them ended up to be lawyers and doctors. That is true. I've seen blind people become lawyers. I've seen disabled people become doctors and all of that. But it is rare because the environment is not enabling enough for them to even want to thrive. The ones that did that are just few people that probably they have a very, some kind of support, some kind of background, or people around them that could, somehow they got challenged and they felt that, well, my disability is ability to me. I can also do something. So these are issues that we need to look into. But when they come up with policy, we need to go backwards. Is there an organization, is there a government agency that provides for the disabled? And why is Sharia allowed in the northern part of Nigeria to create more destitute, more disabled people that are useless and they will be poured into the society? That's why they need to look into this issue. At the end of the day, the country needs to break because a lot of things are not right. If Sharia is in the north and they cut somebody's leg or arm, the person becomes more useless to himself and to the society, thereby becoming a liability to everybody, and they end up somewhere in the north. So their physical disabilities, she said, did not turn them to beggars. Hence, I am totally averse to begging, and there is a law in the state that forbids begging. I want to encourage residents in the state to stop giving beggars money. There are so many genuine needy in the orphanage homes, not those who have made begging the source of livelihood. She explained that the maiden edition of the community engagement organized by Moremi Godwill Project was put in place to empower the residents, adding that community engagement stakeholders meeting is to intimate the residents of the federal constituency about the THEMES agenda of Governor Sanwo-Olu's administration and also to discuss area of collaboration with government agencies. So, it's serious. It's serious. Now, when I look at issues such as this, I have to look at it squarely. I cannot just say, oh, get rid of these Hausa Fulanis and send them to the north. We don't want beggars in Lagos State. We don't want beggars in our state. That would be stupid of me, because I realize that no one chooses where to be born into. You just find yourself in that family, in that country, in that state. So it's like you might think, I'm in a privileged position. What the hell? I don't care. I don't want to see nothing. But at the end of the day, one should look into it. These people speaking are also in a privileged position, either as a commissioner, governor, and all of that. If she was born in the northern part of Nigeria, probably as an Amajiri, her condition will remain that way. So what is the solution to this? Break away so that we can have a better country. One, that's the first option. Or two, the present administration should be able to re-educate their people in the northern part of Nigeria and shut down this Sharia, number one. There are courts of laws, and people can be put in jail and not to cut people's hand and cut their legs. And also, they should re-educate them so that they can understand, some other challenges that they have in the northern part of Nigeria. You need to see them. Sometimes I wonder, is it an accident that cut off this person's leg? Some of them are blind as a result of the diseases in the northern part of Nigeria, and a lot of issues going on there. So these are issues that need to be looked into so that they don't become a liability to the country. So it's a serious issue. Nobody wants beggars littered here and there. It's not good. It's not right. But then the government needs to be proactive. I look at the Amajiris and I know that there is a bomb about to explode in the next coming years. As these Amajiris have become so much, it has become a trademark. It has become a mark in the northern part of Nigeria. And soon, these children will get to a point, they begin to infiltrate the southern part of Nigeria. They begin to see things that they've not seen before. And there, crime increases and a lot of issues. Now, beggars, Amajiris, it's a terrible thing. So what's your own opinion about all of this? Do you think that they should get rid of these beggars off the streets, or the government should look for alternative? And that is rehabilitation centers, and shut down Sharia law in the northern part of Nigeria, because rehabilitation is very important to rehabilitate these people, not to rehabilitate Boko Haram, ISWAP, and terrorists. Rehabilitate Amajiri children, provide for them, let them go to school, run the system properly rather than the way the system is. These people are needy. Some legs have been cut for one reason or the other, unfortunately. Some of them are blind as a result of some diseases. They should create rehabilitation centers, facilities to take care of them. That is how a good government does. Before you can take action against less privileged people, you have to create centers, good facilities to address their needs. So being privileged in a position does not make you decide here and there. These are the things they should look into, and it starts from the federal government, not the state government. State government never created this. So that is why I can understand why the state government, governor, they don't want any of this destitute. They want them to get back to their state so that their state can take care of them and put this forward. What is the job of their senators? Those senators that sit down there and bring in they just talk trash. Instead of bringing up bills of how Boko Haram, supposed repentant Boko Haram, can be given money, taken to foreign countries and all of that to make them feel good and enjoy the national cake. Why not rehabilitate the Amajiri children? There are a lot of out-of-school children in the northern part of Nigeria. These are the people that they need to focus on. If not, all of them thinking they have big houses and security, soon there will be so much anarchy in the country that their police, their military men will not be able to stop the attack of these Amajiri children on them. That is just what it is for now. If you are not a member of this channel, we can grow it together by you tapping on the subscription button at the red notification icon bell below. It will alert you whenever videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.